It's taking every game one at a time. And like you said, setting the tone is just big for us. So if we're able to come out hard and early, then we'll be able to do that, carry that on for this weekend.
Today, doubled and scored in the first. This one is roped into center field and down. Hilltoppers get one. They're going to wave the second runner home as well and make it two as Tarnoki comes home. It's a two-run single off the bat of Acosta.
WKU softball continues to dominate this regular season as they sweep their way towards the Conference USA tournament.
And Hilltopper baseball continues to find their groove as they look behind to play Conference USA.
Plus, high school baseball hits the diamonds, and we share some hot takes that, well, will definitely raise some eyebrows.
And I got the chance to sit down with Coach Adler and talk all things family and basketball. It's sports done right here on the Extra Point.
Pass is called, one-handed grab. Are you kidding me, Dalvin?
Dug him with space, inside the 10, looks to break the tackle, and he breaks the end zone.
And we'll keep it on the ground with Wales. Not only will he get the first down, he'll get the touchdown and the championship.
Use it for Rogers for three for the win. Western Kentucky doesn't break.
The grass is red in Kentucky. Holy moly.
The Hilltoppers are champions of Conference USA.
Welcome inside Studio 2, folks, the home of the Extra Point. I'm Brent Stafford, and joined alongside me is the one and only Miranda Heuglin. Miranda, how are you doing on this amazing Friday afternoon?
This amazing Friday. I'm great, Brandon. I'm excited I get to finally anchor with you. And conference play is heating up, so we have some good games to talk about today. Some
great games and some big headlines. And speaking of which, let's get right into it. For our first Hilltopper headline, it's a chance for history to be made right here on the Hill. WKU softball is now 4 home runs away from breaking the all-time single-season home run record. After junior infielder Macy Masters' home run against Lipscomb this past Tuesday, the WKU softball tops are now 5th all-time in program history with 47 home runs on the season. The current record is 50 and was set by both the 13 and 17 squads. The Tops will look to add to their season total home run this weekend when they face the Liberty Flames in Lynchburg, Virginia.
For our second Hilltopper headline, WKU football kicks off for the upcoming season with the Red and White Spring Showcase. This Saturday, April 11th, the free event will give Hilltopper fans the chance for a first look at the 2026 WKU football team. This will also serve as an opportunity for the team to cap off spring practices, which began March 10th. WKU enters its 8th season under head coach Tyson Helton, who holds a 57-36 overall record during his first 7 seasons. The Hilltoppers are scheduled to open the 2026 season at Nevada on Saturday, September 5th.
And now for our last Hilltopper headline, folks. WKU volleyball gets a brand new addition from the 2026 signing class. Izzy Latcher, the 5'10 setter from Grand Rapids, Michigan, is joining the volleyball Tops. The 4-year member of Rockford High varsity volleyball finished her career with 3,000 plus assists, 300 plus kills, 900 plus digs, and 164 service aces. She was named the AVCA All-American Honorable Mention in 2025, also being named to All-State, All-Region, and All-Conference teams all years that she was in high school. The veteran setter is excited to join the Tops, saying that this is truly a dream come true. It'll be very exciting to keep an eye on this very young prospect as the years go on.
Brandon, I love this week. Our Hilltopper headlines just highlights all different seasons of sports.
All different. I mean, we went from the diamonds to the football field to the court. It's amazing to see, and I absolutely love it.
Absolutely. But now we'll take a trip just down the road to Bowling Green High School. Sports director Jacob Fox talked to Coach Eisenberg and his son Colt about their relationship. Take a look.
My playing career, I played on some good teams, not great teams. And so I think that was probably a driving factor as a coach.
Back shoulder to the ball.
For this season, 2026 has been very enjoyable.
Enjoyable indeed. The Purples are 12-1, dominating competition, but there's something more they want to compete for.
You know, our expectations to play for region champions.
Bowling Green hasn't made the region tournament in 2 years, but Coach knows what a championship program really needs.
There's something in championship clubs. They just have a little something extra.
That something extra is a dog. No, not that type of dog. That type of dog.
He stepped up and been huge for us.
You got to keep doing work to have success, really.
Colt Eisenberg hasn't given up a run this season in 9 innings and is batting .385 on the season.
Because sometimes I feel, sometimes he might doubt me.
Sorry, doubting a name to know?
It's my father.
Colt's my son.
A father and son bonded by one single thing.
Sports have always played a big role in our life.
It's kind of just like I was born playing. I don't really know anything else from baseball.
He really didn't have a choice. He always tagged along to the ball field and the bus rides.
Those rides at the Eisenberg second home.
What will be your favorite memory of you and your dad?
Favorite memory? I think that memory hasn't came yet.
May not be their favorite memory, but a Bowling Green Region 4 title may be it. From Bowling Green High School, Jacob Fox, The Extra Point.
And now, folks, we are joined with the man and the legend himself, Jacob Fox. Fox, tell me a little bit more about this story real quick.
Yeah, so, I mean, these two guys, father, son, they love baseball. They've been around it for a while. Coached at Henderson County and now is at Bowling Green, and his son's been tagging along with him since his early days, and he watched his brother, Drew Eisenberg, play at Bowling Green as well. So, I mean, we went to the house, Georgia Tech, Florida State on the TV, so they're a baseball family, I'll tell you that.
Jacob, what was something about this story that you didn't include in the package?
So the one thing I didn't include was that Coach Eisenberg actually played at WKU, and his playing days is the reason why he coaches so hard. He says early on in the package that he had good teams but didn't have great teams. And he wants this year's Bowling Green team to be a great team this year.
Yeah, you did a great job highlighting their relationship. Thanks for coming on, Jacob.
100%. But coming up, we'll take it to the Diamonds, talking all things Hilltopper baseball and their season ahead next on The Extra Point.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Comes the 3-1, this one line right back up the middle, and the Hilltoppers have their first hit. Barone stands in, and that ball is smashed into left field. Drifting, is it fair? It is! It's gone off the bat.
Trying to play better baseball, trying to play our baseball, and much less at the end of the day trying to get a win out of it.
Welcome back to the Extra Point. WKU baseball is fighting to stay alive with a 4-8 record in conference play. This past weekend, WKU baseball fell to Liberty in a series sweep. Brandon, what happened to the Tops in this game?
If I could sum up this game in one word, Miranda, it's just straight disappointing. It's really heartbreaking for the Tops. But let me sum up the first two games first. Game 1, 8-3, Liberty won. Game 2, 6-2, Liberty won again. Again, those first two games, they just got outplayed, outdominated. Liberty, I'll give you props for that. But that third game, Western, what are you doing? 6 runs allowed in the 9th inning. They were up 5-0, mind you. A walk, 1 walk, now it's 5-1. Okay, folks, Western's still in a good lead. And then they give up a grand slam to tie it 5-5. Nick Barron, congratulations on that tying grand slam, but Western, something needs to get fixed if you want to keep yourselves alive in this Conference USA tournament. But I'll give props to Gavin Perry. He tossed for 8 innings and matched a career-high 9 best strikeouts. So that's probably the silver lining, I'd say. But regardless, not a good performance from the baseball squad.
Yeah, that Liberty grand slam just put the nail in the coffin. But a player that fueled the Flames to dominate this series was no doubt Tanner Marsh. Brandon, tell me about him.
Folks, if you remember last week, this was our impact player when we were previewing this Liberty squad. And again, after the game, it's no doubt Tanner Marsh. He is consistent. He is dependable across the board. He's reliable for this Liberty squad. 6 hits. He's putting the ball in play all over the diamond, all over the field. And I told the Tops to lock in and figure out where this man was, and they just could not do it. Tanner Marsh, reliability is an understatement for a guy like him. And if Liberty is going to continue their success throughout the rest of the season, it's going to be right through this guy, Tanner Marsh. He is their offense, he is their player, and he is their captain.
Yes, exactly what you said. He's their offense. When you look at this game, this matchup, Liberty's offense was the difference, and he was the engine of the offense. When Liberty needed a base runner, Marsh delivered. When they needed production, Marsh delivered. 6 hits, so he was constantly on base. But what is so impressive about him specifically is he did not have any drop-off in any stat from game to game.
He is reliable, as I said before, and I cannot really find a fluke in this game. I can't find it.
Yes, and after that weekend series, we move into midweek play. The Tops had something to prove against Belmont. Brandon, how did WKU pull off the nail-biting 9-8 victory against the Bruins?
All right, Toppers fans, I'll give you all this. On the stat sheet, it is a dub. I will give you that. But 9 runs off 12 hits is really good. Let's say some positives. 9 RBI, fantastic. The Tops did very well, except for the fact it was against Belmont and you won 9-8. That's not really what I would call a great game at all. This game was important, though. I believe it got them back on the right track to continue to compete in Conference USA, but you want wins no matter what. JB Acosta, fantastic job, but you want them to be bigger. I don't want to be guessing. I want there to be consistent dominance. And right now, I'm not seeing it from this Western Kentucky Hilltopper squad.
I agree. When you look at the Tops this season, this is definitely a game that stands out. Normally in WKU wins, they take control of the game early. In this game, they gave up 8 runs, and it was definitely not their cleanest. I mean, these midweek games, they can be sloppy, unpredictable, and WKU did still find a way to win. We're going to credit them. But I think this was one of their most important mentally, this game. I mean, if they can win, show that they can win ugly if needed, then maybe they can start being more consistent in the tougher games, the closer games.
The biggest thing to highlight, exactly what you said, Miranda, coming out of the bullpen, many players contributed, and that's what we need to see more often from this Hilltopper squad. We need to see more players contributing on a consistent basis. Because right now, if you beat Louisville 2 weeks ago, and then you lose to Liberty, and you barely beat Belmont, that's not consistent. You're all over the place. It's like a heartbeat monitor. I need that to be steady. I need it to flatline. Be consistent, consistently dominate. Because that's what the squad last year had when they made a run for the CUSA tournament, when they took that. Right now, I'm not seeing that from this squad, and they're going to need to figure it out fast if they want to get right back to where they were last season.
They definitely do, but now let's see what Coach Reardon has to say about the Hilltoppers' fight in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it was the fight. You know, we're obviously fighting kind of some of our own demons right now. Just trying to play better baseball, trying to play our baseball, and much less at the end of the day trying to get a win out of it. But to go through it and to put up 4 to take the lead, and then we give up 2 in the 7th and 2 in the 8th, and then to come back in the bottom of the 8th is, I mean, it's big. You know, they show they have fight, and that's, you know, that's the number one thing you need as a coach, because if you don't have fight, it doesn't, you know, if you don't have a will, it doesn't matter how much skill you got.
Now everyone watch out. The Aggies are coming to town. WKU will face New Mexico State in a 3-game series this weekend. Brandon, tell me, what do the Tops need to do to win these games?
100%. The first thing I want to do right here is give you folks kind of a similarity. The Cincinnati Bengals, great offensively, horrible defensively. That is New Mexico State right here on your screen. 4-16 record, nothing crazy. 7th in Conference USA. Again, that's a very middle line mediocre team. But Western right now is 9th in Conference USA. They need this win 100%. This is one of the biggest games that I marked on their schedule this season. But for offensively, very, very, very strong. 306 batting average. They can hit from anywhere, put pressure on the opposing pitchers, and they string hits together very well. But defensively, 7.75 ERA, they struggle with command. They have bullpen issues, and defensively, that's where the Tops need to highlight if they want a chance to come out of this series with a win.
Absolutely, but now a player that the Tops will have to look out for in this weekend series is redshirt junior Easton Ruley. Tell me about him.
Easton is a player. Again, offensively, he matches New Mexico State very well. He is fantastic offensively. That batting average is extremely high. He can consistently get hits. He's one of the most reliable bats on this squad. He is dependable. He hits for average, gets on base. When they want a player on base, they go to Easton right here. This is the player that the Tops need to mark that they cannot get on base because he will hit grand slams, he will get doubles, he'll get whatever this New Mexico State squad needs in order for them to get the win.
Yes, when you look at Easton's stats, you can tell he's a smart player. So WKU can't be predictable. He will see right through that. Like you said, 350 hitter, so he adjusts well. I mean, like, Ruley's numbers speak for themselves, but for WKU, it needs to be about the discipline. They need to play a perfect game, and they can pull out the win. Again,
baseball Tops, this is the game that you need to mark on your schedule. If you sweep this series, this will put you on the fantastic path to now focus on the Conference USA tournament. But coming up, we switch from the mound to the circle as you take a look at WKU softball.
We'll talk about the Lady Tops' latest success in upcoming matchups right here next on The Extra Point.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first-round draft pick, on and off the field. We were taught to not show any signs of weakness. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. I thought that something was wrong with me. For 20 plus years was physical. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father, as a man, and as a husband. Put the importance on your mental health. I'm not scared to talk about it anymore. The first tool is therapy. The second one is positive self-talk. And then journaling, putting your thoughts on paper. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire. How to control the flames. What to do with hot coals. How to secure your chains.
There's no sparks.
But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
It's great to build momentum before we go and head back on the road. Obviously, everyone knows we love to play at home. We love where we play. We love our fans. Now we get to go play somewhere else, and we're looking forward to it.
Welcome back to The Extra Point. WKU softball is continuing their remarkable season, is looking to stay on track as they set their eyes on a CUSA championship title. Now, Miranda, what's recently been going right for this top squad?
Brandon, shouldn't the question be what hasn't gone right for these softball tops? I mean, I don't know if you remember. Let me just bring this up real quick. My all ears last time was this team is going to be the one to win a USA championship. They are on fire. They are electric. And after this game, it improved them to 19-1 at home. And that did not stop when they controlled this entire series. You look at the scores from all 3 games: 6-1. 9-1, and 7-4. They only allowed 6 total runs in a series, had 7 home runs, 7 strikeouts, and led for 15 of the 19 innings. I mean, this 7 home runs in a series is exactly why they are the team that's going to break the all-time home run record like they are.
100%. And a player that this sweep would not have been possible without is without a doubt Macy Masters. Macy, we'll give you props. You are on fire on the offense. Miranda, tell me about it real quick.
100%. Macy is just a player that can set the tone. I mean, once she got going, the lineup just followed. She was at bat 7 times, and out of those 7 times, let me tell you, Brandon, she had 5 hits, 2 home runs, and 4 RBIs. Someone WKU can trust in run-producing situations and came through every single time. And even though this is highlighting her impressive series offensively, she also still contributed on the other side as an outfielder, covering ground and preventing extra bases. So overall, just a major reason why WKU had the games they did. I think she was our impact player last week as well, and we're going to talk about her all throughout this block.
A 2-week streak for Macy. She is phenomenal. Again, credit to her defensively, but offensively, this offense lives and breathes through her. On fire, home run after home run. She has been one of the main reasons why Hilltoppers are so close to making history.
Yes, and I think when we're talking about this point in the season, some teams start to tighten up, but WKU is staying loose and confident, and a player that did that was also Macy Masters.
100%. And coming out of this weekend sweep, Coach Shooter's message to her squad was to keep their foot on the gas. And they did just that against the Lipscomb Bisons. Miranda, tell me, what did the Lady Tops continue to do right to get this win?
Brandon, this was softball's 20th win at home with a 5-1 victory over Lipscomb. So, I mean, the reason WKU dominated in this game, you look at their stats, their complete control in the circle. Shout out Erica Hogue and Rylan Smith. They never let Lipscomb have a chance offensively. And we got a shout out also Lauren Satterley and again Macy Masters had multi-hit games. Those are the type of players that let this win be easy for the Tops. And 5 runs off 8 hits, so they were making every single hit count, not wasting opportunities. And then, like I said, the strikeouts, the pitching, phenomenal per usual. But then you look at that stat, 0 walks and 0 earned runs allowed.
Goose eggs over here.
Yes, so they were not Lipscomb having a chance at all. They were having to fight for this game, even to get that 1 run on the board. Overall, this wasn't a flashy win for WKU, but I think this is one of their most complete, showing dominance and pitching, clean defense, pitching, all of it working together, proving why this team is the team they are.
100%. When you're on a 6-game win streak like this Hilltopper squad is, and by the way, folks, that 6-game win streak is the longest streak in Conference USA this season. When you're on a streak like that, I don't see any flaws in their game. They are consistently dominant. And when you're consistently dominant, you can have those fluke games. You can have those games you're not playing your best, but you'll still get the dub at the end of the day. And I love it for this Hilltopper squad.
Yes, like you said, Brandon, earlier, I mean, WKU baseball needs to take notes.
Take some notes, Hilltoppers. Take some notes, baseball. No diss, but take some notes. But let's take a look at what head coach Amy Tudor said post-game about the top season ahead.
It's great to build momentum before we go and head back on the road. Obviously, everyone knows we love to play at home, and it's fun to play here. We love where we play. We love our fans. We're comfortable. Now we get to go play somewhere else, and we're looking forward to it.
Now, after the Tops' recent success this regular season, they hit the road to Lynchburg, Virginia to face the Liberty Flames. Miranda, tell me, what does this Flames team bring to the table against the Hilltoppers?
Brandon, this Flames team, I mean, it's no secret that they know how to win in their conference. I mean, this is a team, they know WKU by now, they know how they play, so WKU is going to have to be smart. Like, they're 3rd in CUSA with a .285 batting average. So, I mean, this is a team that doesn't need the explosive innings. They have their own rhythm. They're comfortable building runs, applying steady pressure, and their approach to the play is patient, and so that can force WKU's pitchers into longer counts and mistakes, so that cannot happen. But, I mean, Liberty may not look as dominant on paper, but in conference play, they are definitely one of the most consistent teams.
100%. And the player that the softball Tops need to focus on from this Liberty Flames team
You got
is
it?
Alexia Carrasquillo. Excuse me, friends. Excuse me. Alexia Carrasquillo is our impact player right here. Miranda, tell me, what makes her so dominant?
Carrasquillo, she is the type of hitter who anchors the lineup and dictates how all the other pitchers approach everyone else. I mean, she's a player who can shift the momentum completely with one at bat, whether that's extending an inning or driving in runs. So WKU, again, needs to play smart, needs to be alert, because she can impact the game in multiple ways, not just power. So they don't need to just get her out, act like she's a normal hitter. They need to limit her influence on the rest of the lineup.
100%. They need to focus on her right now. Like we talked about Macy Masters, the offense lives and breathes to her. For Western, this offense lives and breathes to Alexia. She is dominant on all phases of the game, and they need to focus on her. And ignore that first record stat for me real quick. The reason why they are 11-4 is because of this player right here. Offensively, they are consistent, but with a consistent, comfortable team, the key to beat them is to make them uncomfortable.
Yes, I think WKU can definitely win this matchup if they play how they have been all season. But coming up, we stay in the 270, throwing you our quick pitches for Region 4 high school baseball next on the Extra Point.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back to the Extra Point. High school baseball is ramping up in Region 4, and today we're giving our baseball hot takes, or as we like to call it, our quick pitches.
That's right, folks. Now listen up. It's time for me to take the mound. Every kingdom needs a king. And in this region, you can without a doubt look no further than the Bowling Green Purples. Domination and consistency have been their bread and butter this season. Purples have recorded a 12-1 record through their first 13 games. This team has done a tremendous job of controlling the game at the plate and on the mound. With an average of 8.2 runs per game and .311 batting average, Bowling Green's high-powered offense has propelled them to get multiple double-digit wins this season. And we cannot forget to mention the defense. The Purple squad has recorded a 2.17 ERA on the year, have been holding teams to a 3.1 runs per game. This defense is electric. Seniors Landon Gilbert, James Yarborough, and Logan Johnson have been leading the way. But this Bowling Green squad is stacked all across the diamond. There's going to be a lot of questions about Region 4 as we make our way towards the later part of the season. But one thing will remain certain. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can mess with this Purple squad. They will win the Region 4 tournament, and there is no competition near them at all.
Now, like you, Brandon, everyone is talking about Bowling Green. It's clear that they are the best team in Region 4. But the real question is, who is going to fight to take that number 2 spot? And I can tell you, it is going to be the South Warren Spartans. You're welcome, Lincoln. They are sitting at an 8-4 record overall, similar to Greenwood's 11-5, but the difference is consistency and production. The Spartans are putting up about 6 runs per game while also maintaining a strong 297 team batting average, and over a 400 on-base percentage, showing they are consistently getting guys on and driving them in. They've also shown they can win high-scoring games like 11-7 versus Logan County, but also grind out tighter wins like 2-1 versus Apollo, proving they are not one-dimensional. So while Greenwood has a good team, South Warren is going to one-up them and take the #2 spot in Region 4.
I agree about the runner-ups. Sure, South Warren, Greenwood, you can throw Logan, whoever, who cares? Bowling Green is dominant, and there's no one that can touch him. And if South Warren and Bowling Green played, Bowling Green is wiping the floor with them.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to find out on April 20th.
I guess we will.
But coming up, what everyone has been waiting for. Grab your popcorn because we'll have reporters dole it out right here in Studio 2 next on The Extra Point.
A lot of my friends told me that I wasn't going to be able to do it. You don't need to start out with a teenager because they've had all these things that they've gone through.
Could we give him the things he needed to be a successful adult?
What parent isn't worried about, what am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough?
That's my son.
My dad showcased a sense of love that I never had before.
I had a rough time, but I saw that even though the way I was acting, they didn't push me away.
She says that we're her heroes, but she's also mine.
I've had 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
How you guys raised me is absolutely amazing, and I really appreciate that.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back to The Extra Point. It's time for everyone's favorite segment, Delay of Game. A quick reminder, each contestant will have 40 seconds to argue their point without interruption. After that, the gloves are off. Today, I'm joined by Madison Ross and Orion Taylor debating NBA topics. First question, and there is a correct answer. What NBA team is winning the Eastern Conference? Ladies first, Madison.
Thank you. For my pick, I'm obviously going to be taking, can I get my graphics, guys, please? I'm going to be taking the Detroit Pistons. Now, I know everybody's been saying, oh, they're not going to win, they're not going to win. I don't care. They are ranked #1 in the nation. They have Jalen Duran, who has 19.5 points per game. They have 57 wins since 2008, and they are the second defense in the NBA.
That's not a compliment.
It is.
57 wins since 2008? That's not a compliment.
At least they're winning.
Not yet.
At least they're winning. At least they're winning, Orion. At least they're winning.
Go ahead, continue.
Back to my point, at least they are winning, okay? I'm taking the Detroit Pistons, and there's nothing else that you can tell me about not taking them.
Okay, Orion. Who's your team?
So again, that's not a compliment, but it is 110% the Boston Celtics.
No.
They are second in the Eastern Conference. Jason Tatum is back from injury and is playing at the same level he was since before. The squad is getting healthy as a total. I mean, we lost some people in the free agency market last season, and Jaylen Brown's playing at an MVP level. It is a wonder that Shea is still above him, but we'll get more into that later. Personally, I believe that he deserves it. He's doing phenomenal for this Boston squad, and it proves it. They're second in the East. And honestly, I'm glad Cade Cunningham is back for the Detroit Pistons, because without him, they wouldn't have gotten any further than where they are now. Because with him, they did phenomenal. And that is the reason that they are the #1 in the Eastern Conference.
He's only taking the
Then he
Celtics because of our very own Coleman McIntyre. That is the only reason
No,
why
actually,
he's
I'm a
taking
Lakers fan.
That is
I
the
don't
only
like
reason
the
why he's
Celtics
taking the Celtics.
whatsoever. I'm purely picking the Celtics because they are second in the Eastern Conference.
And because they have Jason
two
Tatum. That's the
MVP
only reason why you're taking them,
talents
because
on
they have
this
Jason
roster.
Tatum.
I don't like Jason Tatum either, personally.
You have him up there as one of
like
your
I said,
PGs.
I'm a Lakers fan. I could
Then why
care
did
less
you
about
pick
the
the Celtics?
because the Boston Celtics are clearly going to win the East.
No, they're
it's
not.
going to be the Detroit Pistons. Like you said, they've only won, 57 games
At
since
least they're
2008.
winning.
Okay,
I was
neither one of you said the Cavs, so both of you are wrong. Next question. Switching it over to the West, what NBA team is winning the Western Conference?
I am
Madison.
obviously taking the one and only Timberwolves. Now let me tell you why I'm taking them, okay, guys? Hear me out. They are a 47-33 record. They are 3rd in the Northwest. They obviously have my boy and my roommate's favorite player, Angie Malave, Anthony Edwards, who has 28.9 points per game. They're just amazing. I mean, can we go back to Anthony? He was what, the #1 draft pick? They're doing amazing right now. That doesn't matter. That's not the point. I'm taking the Minnesota Timberwolves, and there is nothing else you can tell me about not taking them. I mean, they're awesome. They're doing a great job. They are.
That's right, Madison. Orion, what's your awesome team?
What's your awesome team?
I hate to do this as a
No.
Lakers fan in the West. It is going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like I said, I don't like this team, but they're the reigning champs. They have a defending MVP, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They have a really good bench depth, same as the Boston Celtics. And you can't guard the refs in the NBA. We all know that Oklahoma City has the greatest whistle in NBA history. That's as a Lakers fan, me saying that. That's not an actual statistic, but I'm going to say it is because, I want the Lakers to win the West, but they're not going to.
They're
It
not.
is 110%
They're not
going
win.
to be
The
the
Lakers aren't
Oklahoma
winning. They
City
got
Thunder
old man
and
LeBron
not
on their team.
the Timberwolves.
No,
Because they
they're
can't
not
do
going
it
to
without
win.
Anthony
They are
Edwards.
not going.
If
What do you
they
mean about
lose-
Anthony Edwards?
If they lose Anthony Edwards, they are not winning the West. Julius Randle has never been able to shoulder a team. He didn't do it for the Knicks. He didn't do it for the Lakers. He didn't do it for Orlando. I'm pretty sure he went.
No.
He won't be
He's the
able
greatest
to do it
shooting
for
guard
this
in the league
Timberwolves
right now.
squad. He is the greatest shooting guard, but without him,
What
what
do
are
you
they going
have?
to do?
What do you have?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander,
No, I have
Chet
Anthony
Holmgren,
Edwards, which
Isaiah
is 10
Hartenstein,
times
Isaiah
better.
Joe,
10 times
Aaron
better than
Wiggins.
whatever player you
They
got
have a
over there.
phenomenal
He is
team.
10 times better than
They
whatever
also
player you got
have,
sitting over there.
what's one of the
Absolutely not.
refs' name? Mike Scott.
He doesn't even know the
I don't
ref's
know
name.
Of course I don't know the ref's name. Why would I know the ref's name? They have.
Okay. Third and final question. What player will be the #1 pick in the upcoming NBA draft? Madison.
I'm ashamed to say that I almost picked Anthony Edwards, forgetting that he is in the NBA. But I'm going to be taking the one and only Cam Boozer. I'm taking him because, once again, that is my room. And shout out to Kaylee Marksberry because he did play for Duke. He has a 22.5 points per game, 10.2 reps, and 4.1 assists. He's the top all-around talent right now and the #1 draft pick. He's an absolute dog, and he is a beast. Yes, Duke lost, but that doesn't matter. He is going to be the #1 top draft pick, just like Anthony Edwards, and he's going to be. I see him being up there. I do. I see him being up there.
Did we forget why Duke lost?
We're not talking about that.
All right, whatever. Well, I'll talk about my #1 draft pick. It's going to be AJ DeBonsta.
No.
I'm pretty sure I argued this before, but 25.5 points, 6.8 rebounds, 1.1 steals, a tall, athletic forward. He is the main guy for that BYU roster. He carried them to where they got to, and he has an unmatched ability to score. He can score on all 3 levels. He needs to develop more of a three-pointer in order to get into this league, but he's been able to remain athletic, remain the main guy, show that he has a jump shot in the mid-range, and I do believe that he can develop some range further on in the future.
How far did BYU even make it?
How far did BYU make it? I don't remember, honestly. I wasn't really watching BYU.
You don't even remember because they didn't even make it that far.
Yeah,
At least Duke made it a little bit.
You chose the worst twin on the roster.
I did not pick
Did we
the
forget
worst twin.
Cam Boozer
I
folded
did not pick the
the
worst
whole
twin.
tournament. He
I did
folded.
not.
Put
I
the
did
camera
not.
back on me.
I
He folded.
No,
The second
I did not
it
pick
was
the
his
worst
turn
twin. I
to do
just said he's
anything,
the next
he
Anthony
threw the
Edwards.
ball
He
away.
is the next
All he
Anthony
had to
Edwards.
do was
Just because
hold
they
the
lost
ball,
does not mean
and they
he's
would
not gonna be
put
the
the
next
camera back
Anthony
on me,
Edwards.
and they would have been perfectly fine.
Just because
But
they
what
lost
did he
does not mean
do? He threw it away, and they didn't win. Don't go away from me.
Just because they
Take
lost
the
does
camera
not
off
mean
me.
he won't
She's
be the
over
next
here now.
Anthony Edwards.
Take the camera off me.
Absolutely
She's
not.
over here now.
Okay, now that we're out of our seats, guys, let's Calm it back down. Okay, back to the show. Don't go anywhere. We have another delay of game. Orion will stay at the desk, this time battling Tyler, arguing all things NFL, right here next on The Extra Point.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to The Extra Point. It's time for round 2 of the delay of game. This round's fighters, we have MVP Tyler Fernandez and upcoming rookie sensation Orion Taylor. Gentlemen, you already know the rules. I don't got to explain it anymore. We're talking about some National Football League stuff this time. Y'all ready?
Ready.
Let's do it. Let's do it. For our first topic, we're talking about the NFL offseason. Who should be crowned the winner of free agency so far? Tyler, you're up first.
All right. Well, I think that there's probably a few answers you could go with, but I think so far the team that has done a good job filling in gaps so far is the Tennessee Titans. I think when you look at this team, and by the way, thank you, Brandon, for putting up the new logo. I appreciate you, man. Really, massive talent upgrade, all right? I mean, they added so many players into free agency. I mean, they added who? Wan'Dale Robinson, all right? John Franklin Myers to pair next to Jeffrey Simmons, Solomon Thomas. And then in their corner room, you got Alontae Taylor and Cordell Flott. And they added top-tier value. They were ranked number 3 in WAR in terms of free agency value according to Pro Football Focus. So if there's anybody on the team right now that has done a good job in free agency, it's the Tennessee Titans.
All right, you got the Titans. So Ryan, who you got?
I don't know much about the NFL. I'm starting to learn, but I will say I do believe it was the Las Vegas Raiders. I do believe it was the Raiders. They signed veteran QB Kirk Cousins. They got a big O-line addition. They're very active in the trade agency so far. And right now they're trying to build around their number 1 pick, Fernando Mendoza. They are already dead set on knowing that they are going to be the QB of the future. They chose Kirk Cousins as a mentor, I believe, for Fernando Mendoza. They haven't said that, but I do have a good feeling that is who they are trying to mold him as a mentor to be. And they do have a lot of cap space left over, too.
All right, so tell me, what were the needs? Can you tell me some of the needs that they needed to fix? Because right now, all you've shown me is the flashy, sexy moves that are great on paper. But how are they going to work out in the long run?
I do believe it'll work out pretty good.
Here's what the Titans did. Pass rush, secondary, offensive support. That's what they did on for Cam Ward.
I mean, the Tennessee Titans made very good changes, but nothing has been very franchise-defining yet from what I was able to find.
What does Kirk Cousins have? Is he franchise-defining? Because all he's gotten of last year is
Cousins
just
to
money.
be a really
He's got 5 years,
solid
172
mentor for
money.
Fernandez.
That's the money.
I mean, money
Money
talks.
talks. Money all day. Kirk Cousins.
I mean,
I'm
the
Kirk
Tennessee
Cousins.
Titans
I've
still have a
robbed
very
the teams for
uncertain
years
QB
now.
All right.
situation, too.
We can all agree that Kirk Cousins' agent is, without that, a Hall of Famer. I mean, after the
100%.
deals
Oh,
he's
no
gotten.
question.
But
No
for our
question.
second topic, folks, let's shift our focus to the upcoming NFL draft. Tyler, you're up first again, because you know we got to respect the elders. Who is your seal of this year's draft?
All right, there were a lot of options of who I think is going to be the steal of the draft, but I think there's one player that stood out to me. It's linebacker from Texas Tech, Jacob Rodriguez. For Jacob Rodriguez, such an elite producer on the defensive end. All right, you look at him. He has a high football IQ. He is very versatile in the scheme. And plus, he's a turnover machine. He's forced 7 fumbles and had 4 interceptions. That's rare for a guy at his position to have 4 interceptions. And he finished 5th in the Heisman voting. How many players could you say on defense finished top 5 in the Heisman voting? I think he's going to be an early second-round pick instead of a late day 2 pick.
100%. Orion, who do you have?
It's a pretty solid pick. But I chose the wide receiver from LSU, Barian Brown. He has the ability to play special teams. He is shown to be really fast. He ran a 4.40 in the combine, which is one of the fastest we've saw. And he's a lethal receiver and returner, getting several records as a returner for his speed. He has a very large similarity to Jalen Waddle, which we know is pretty solid. The only thing really holding him back has been his inconsistency, but you can teach consistency, you cannot teach speed, and that has been shown to be true for multiple players. I'm pretty sure even Jalen Waddle had problems with inconsistency, but he was fast. So they were able to fix the inconsistency problems.
Can you tell me how many 100-yard receiving games he's had this year?
Not off the top of my head, honestly.
None.
But
0.
I'd focus
and he
more on
averages
basketball.
only 5 catches a game. So you're telling me
in 50
that
games,
Barian Brown
he did record
is literally going to
175
have
receptions for 2,060 yards, 12 receiving touchdowns,
I'm
and
talking
6
about this year. I'm
kickoff
talking about this year.
returns,
Jacob
falling
Rodriguez
just
has
short
recorded 120
of an NCAA
tackles,
record.
has multiple interceptions, has forced fumbles.
Can we get the photo of Jacob Rodriguez back and look at his very short wingspan?
Okay, he's nowhere near Ruben
He's
Bain,
undersized.
so stop it.
He's
Stop
undersized
it.
for his position.
All right, guys. Orion, all UK fans love you right now with that Barian Brown poll. I like that, but I think Tyler got that one. But for our last topic of this week's delay of game, the last one of the week, we're talking about the best of the best in this draft, the best prospect. Tyler, for the last time in today's contest, who do you have as the best overall prospect in this year's draft?
There are some good prospects. I mean, you talk about quarterbacks, obviously think of Fernando Mendoza and Ty Simpson. I think they're really good picks. But the one that stands out to me that is the most versatile is out of Notre Dame, running back Jeremiah Love. And he is a three-man complete package. All right, he's got speed, he's got power, he's got vision. And plus, he is very elite against elite programs. I mean, you look at some of the numbers that he had. All right, he had 228 yards against USC, 4 touchdowns against Arkansas, all in the first half. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful to see. He had a 94-yard TD run against Boston College. This guy's completing, and I think the Titans could get him with the number 4 overall pick.
All right, Orion. Who you got?
I picked another LSU player. I decided to go Harold Perkins Jr. And this is because he is a do-it-all defender with an explosive first step. He has proven to drop into coverage. He has elite IQ. And can you read that similarity up there? Micah Parsons. I don't believe that man is any scrub on the defensive end. I truly believe he could fill into that mold and be a phenomenal defensive player because he can truly do it all on defense. He is fast, he is strong, and he is very slippery at getting through that coverage and getting to that QB.
Micah Parsons?
Micah Parsons.
Okay, name something Harold Perkins does that Micah Parsons doesn't do. Can you answer that question?
Defense. I believe what they can both.
Name something Harold Perkins does that Micah Parsons doesn't do. Because you said the comparison was Micah Parsons.
I say the comparison is Micah Parsons because they are both phenomenal on defense.
Okay,
they are both
what do they do?
Phenomenal.
Speed rush, bull
provides
rush.
pressure on the QB. A perfect modern NFL mold. He's positionless. He doesn't just play a position. He changes how offenses have to play.
All right.
He's phenomenal.
I have to take y'all off a little bit early. Both of y'all are great picks. Orion, you can't beat the MVP. I'm sorry about that. But coming up, we take a trip over to Logan County, Kentucky. Stafford Miranda Heuglin got a chance to sit down with Coach Adler and talk about her family's bond with basketball. We'll take a look at that next on The Extra Point.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first-round draft pick. On and off the field, we were taught to not show any signs of weakness. During the football season, I would stop eating, but I didn't know I was depressed. I thought that something was wrong with me. For 20 plus years was physical, physical, physical. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father, as a man, and as a husband. Put the importance on your mental health. I'm not scared to talk about it anymore. The first tool is therapy. The second one is positive self-talk. And then journaling, putting your thoughts on paper. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire. How to control the flames. What to do with hot coals. How to secure your chains.
There's no sparks.
But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to Studio 2. This past week, I got the chance to sit down with Coach Adler and talk all things family and basketball. Take a look.
Pour my cereal first.
What looks like a typical home
Where'd Elvis go?
holds a special bond.
So my mom was pregnant with me when she coached at Russellville.
Yep, so that's me coaching with her in my belly.
So I mean, when I was born, I was constantly in a gym. I mean, she was a coach at Russellville until I was about, I think, 3 years old. So I've known basketball my whole life.
But for Brinley, basketball has never been the whole story.
I mean, you really don't see it a lot. Like, a lot of people come up with excuses, oh, she's a coach's kid, oh, she's whatever. But like you said, hard work does pay off, and I mean, that's just kind of what I've seen. So I think I'm very grateful for having my mom as my coach. She's made me better, and she's the reason why I'm here as I am today.
Like any shot you take, their relationship isn't always perfect.
It definitely has built our relationship. I mean, we've had so many arguments over basketball. I have to ride home with her after every practice, game, everything, so definitely.
But through it all, their relationship is built on something beyond just the game.
Tell her what our big thing in our locker room says.
More than basketball.
That's our, yeah, that's literally what our little thing is, more than basketball.
For Coach Adler, that message isn't just a slogan. It's the foundation of everything she teaches.
But one of the things that I told her and I feel strongly about is like, you're not defined by basketball. Like, you're a great basketball player, but that is such a small part of who you are and what makes me so proud of you and makes me love you so much. This is gonna make me tear up. She's a Christian. She's a hard worker. She's, she does a lot of things right. And so 4 years from now, she may never play basketball again, but she's always gonna be the person she is. Oh, that made me cry.
It's not just a sport to them, it's a platform.
One of the things that we feel like is like this is just the platform that God's given us to impact kids and make a difference in the lives of kids. And it's just a little even more special when one of those kids is truly your own.
Because for this mother and daughter, it will always be more than basketball.
More than basketball. I mean, what a saying, Miranda. And my first question to you, really, because you're the one that captured the story, what was your biggest takeaway from this?
Oh my gosh, Brandon. So I covered Logan County during districts, and then whenever they had their first win at Diddle, and the first thing I saw, Brinley's obviously a big player, but the first thing she did after that win was go and hug Coach Adler, her mom. And I was like, that would be a great story. But whenever I got to know them, they were so nice enough to let me go to their house. And when I got to know them, I realized basketball isn't isn't just their story. She's a mom and a daughter, and she just preached that Brynlee isn't just a basketball player, it's about who she is as a person, and that it's more than basketball. So I was just so happy to cover this story.
100%. And last quick question. What is something that the audience couldn't see that you want to highlight from the
Yeah,
story?
so I think something that's funny is you see in that clip where she's like, Brynlee, tell her what the stain is. Originally, I was just going to focus on a great story of them being a mother and daughter, but they actually got the chance to we got the chance to go to their locker room, and shout out Logan County because that locker room is phenomenal.
100%. I love that. That's a fantastic story. And coming up, it's time for our EP photographers to get some love too. Let's look at some of the funny flicks as well as our EP top plays of the week. Next on The Extra Point.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Be right there.
Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back to The Extra Point. It's time to take a look at some of the flicks that our EP photographers have captured this past semester in our brand new segment, Meme It. Let's take a look at picture number 1.
Let's do it.
Ooh. Hey, 13, nice bird over there. Hey, real quick, let me paint y'all a picture. Thanksgiving, when the mac and cheese comes out of the oven, that's how high I jump.
Stop. No, I got one better, Brennan. That's you and Jacob when you finally get to leave the newsroom at 6 a.m.
After we finally got our work done. Oh, I love it. I love it. I mean, he's just so excited. I mean, Greenland does other
Wait,
great
is he
things
in
so
the
far.
air?
Yeah,
The lower
he's in
third
the
is
air.
covered. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Miranda, he's in the air.
Okay,
That's
they're
a high
fine.
bird.
That's you and
That's
Jacob
a
right
high
there.
bird. Now let's take a look at picture number 2. Oh, that's a nice action
close.
picture. Ooh, is he safe or is
Right
he
in.
out? I don't know.
No, I think
What do you
that's out. Look at his hand. Wait, no,
is it
no,
on him
no.
now?
That's safe.
I don't know,
No,
that's-
it's a good picture because he's safe.
I don't know,
But no,
I am-
that's me whenever someone's like, let me tell you something. And they're like, actually, never mind. I'm like,
I am not as flexible as that catcher, dude. I will give him props because I cannot do that. I mean, his extension.
What's your
I'll give
caption?
him- my caption? Ooh, absolute close call.
Okay,
Close call. That's
okay.
all I can say, really. I
Okay.
can't tell what it is.
And now for our last segment of the show, we will reveal our top 3 plays of the week. So coming in at number 3, we have junior Macy Masters sending this one. Where, Brandon?
To the moon!
To the moon!
To the stratosphere, out of here. Like, going, and gone. Macy Masters.
We talked about her so much in the show. I mean, this home run right here was her 12th of the season.
That's crazy. And coming in at number 2, we have WKU baseball getting this big double play against Liberty. Not one out. Hold on, folks. Not one. Oh, got him.
Oh.
That's a big play right there. That was one of the best plays of the night for sure.
Is this WKU baseball right here?
That's baseball
This is
right
the
there.
team that we were talking about.
No, I feel bad now because they have their moments. They have their moments.
Yeah, and now for your EP top play of the week, Hilltopper baseball gets the big out with this amazing diving catch by Parker Cooley.
Ooh, he caught that? Really? Ooh, he
Okay.
did. Oh, wow. What an extension on that.
His face probably hurts after
Yeah,
that.
he probably got turf burns from that. Dude, showering after that would not feel good with
No,
them turf burns.
not at all.
That would not feel good.
Glad to see our baseball team. Props though.
They're putting up some plays. I love it. I absolutely love it to see.
Yes.
I mean, it's fantastic to see.
And now,
Fantastic.
Brandon, it's been fun,
Oh,
but
no.
unfortunately, that's all the time we have for for today.
We have more. We have more time. You're trying to get us out of here so fast.
Oh,
Miranda.
this
Where
is
you gotta
like
be?
Eli.
You gotta be
Where's
somewhere.
it at?
It's up and it's to the left, to the right. No, we're still here. Let me savor this moment. This is
I know.
fantastic. I love everyone in the studio.
Me and Brandon auditioned together, so now for us to get to anchor together.
so far.
This has been fun.
I get emotional.
And my first feature story on the show today.
Hey, shout out Bill Clark. His
Yes,
first whole
his
show
first time
directing. Shout out Bill Clark. Love that, man. Shout out the whole entire control room. It would not be
Shout out
possible
Extra
without
Point.
them. But now it is.
And now it's time. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have today.
We will see you right here next week in Studio 2.
But as always, the Extra Point is up.
And it's good.